Hello everyone, in this video I am going to tell you how you can use your existing Spring Boot JPA project and move it to the Google Spanner. Google Spanner is one of the DB, so instead of using MS SQL or MySQL, I am going to use Google Spanner, which is provided by the Google. So let's get started. Let's open IntelliJ. So I'm going to create a new project. Demo. I'm using language as Java, then build tool I'm using Maven, and along with that I'm using JDK 17 and leaving everything as it is. Go to the next. So I am creating a JPA project first, and after that I'm going to move it to the spanner. So I already created a one video which is a quick guide video of JPA. You guys can go and check it out. So here I am fast forwarding this JPA part so that we can save our time. So I had given all the properties of JPA. If you see, these are all the properties. Let's run the application. Yeah, so now if you see, the application is up and running on the port 8080, which is looking good to me. So let's go to the controller layer. Now reply to the declaration and save the user. So data is present. So JPA project is working good. Now I'm going to show you what is the main file which I added for the JPA project. So the first thing is the controller. This is a controller layer. Then after the controller, we created a repository, which is extending the CRUD repository. This is a user entity. So along with that, let's see the properties file. If you see, the property file is very specific to the JPA. Now go to the Maven. So if you see the Maven dependency, this is the main JPA dependency. Along with that, if you see, this is a MS SQL dependency. I think these two dependencies are the main dependency. So let's say now I just wanted to use the Google Spanner instead of MS SQL. So what gonna be the required changes here? One thing we need to remember here, we are not going to touch the Java file. We can only touch into the properties file and the dependency form.xml. So let's add the dependency here. Dependency. This is the first dependency. This is the second dependency. Let me reload this dependency. So one thing which is very important here, I am not using GCP dependency here. The reason being, I'm using existing JPA project, and in the existing JPA project, I wanted to use the Google Spanner. So let's add the Google Spanner properties file. So for creating a properties, I'm using it to Copilot. I'm giving this prompt. Based on this prompt, it will generate the properties and its value. Right, so the properties are stored. What I am going to do, I'm going to put one more property file which is specific to the spanner. The spanner property is there. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to give the project ID, instance ID, database ID. So for that, what I can do, I can use the Docker image for creating the Google Spanner local instance. So let's go to the Docker. So I'm using Podman here. So what we can do, I'm having database.yml file. If you see the database.yml file, I am already having the image where the container name is gcloud spanner. So here what I'm using the project ID as a gcloud spanner, then instance is local and database is like at least 5k. So I'm running this emulator. So if you see, I will create a separate video for that. So, and I will give the link of this file as well as the script file, whatever I am using here, so that you guys can also use for creating the Google Spanner emulator. So I think this is started. So if you see this gcloud is started. Yeah, this is started. Let me show you setup spanner.sh file also. So this is this file. I think this is a very generic scripting on the shell. That is what Docker is using or Podman is using. I'll give the link of this file also in the description. So now the Google Spanner Docker is up and running. Go to the project. Here mention that same project ID which is local. Instance is local. Project is gcloud. Check gcloud spanner and databases Atlas Flow IQ. I think these are the important values for the emulator. Along with that, we need to do emulator is on or off. So for running it on local emulator server. So before running the application, I just wanted to connect the Google Spanner with the database client. So let's go to the database client. Here I'm using Google Spanner. If you see, I'm giving the name local span project is gcloud span what database Atlas IQ. Then with check the connection. So connection is successful, which is looking good. Now you can do the query here. So now let's run the application. So before running the application, what I am thinking, let's create one more file within MSSQL and put the MSSQL configuration here, spanner configuration here, and remove the JPA configuration. And here you can say spanner. Profile is spanner. So when the profile is spanner, it's going to check this file and create the JDBC connection with the spanner properties. So let's run the application. Yeah, so if you see the application is up and running, what we can do, we can go to the user controller. Here we can use the same controller, go to the declaration, go to the post, and let's save something. So I'm saving this ID, which is 4b2. Let's see if it's present in the database or not. If you see the configuration, I think there's some problem with the configuration. So database name is incorrect. It should be IQ. Let's apply it and then again search it. Okay, we need to disconnect and then again not query. Yeah, now we can see the value is getting populated. Let's try one more. I tried multiples. So if you see the data is already there. Now let's go to the different endpoint. Find all user. This is the find all user. So if you see the find all user is also working. So it's giving the data, which is looking good to know. Now let's say I don't want Google Spanner. I just wanted to revert back to the MSSQL. So I am giving here MSSQL as student. Here MSSQL something like this. And I will rerun the project. Yeah, now let's again try. Let's save the data. So let's see where this ID is present. It's present in the Spanner DB or MSSQL. So This is a spanning database. If I am searching and I am finding this, I am not able to find. This is MS SQL. So here, if you see, I am able to find this one, which is looking very good. So now your project is converted from, like, your project is using Google Spanner instead of JPA based on the profile configuration. Thank you for watching.